Hey friend, John McLennan here, and in this video we're going to talk about soloing over Franklin's Tower as recorded by the Grateful Dead on guitar. Now we're going to take a dive into Jerry Garcia's lead techniques here. I'm going to talk a little bit about the theory and scale choices, and then I'm going to show you 3 lines that are going to help unlock this style for you. But before we jump into it, if you're new to the channel, I want to hook you up with a gift right away. I put together this awesome fretboard guide that's going to show you the 5 chords and scales I use to map out the entire fretboard. And this is so useful when it comes to soloing and improvising your way around the neck, and I want to give it to you completely for free. Just go to johnmclennan.com/fretboard guide, or you can click the first link down below. I made it easy for you. So hope you enjoy that. And with that said, let's break it down. All right, so if you haven't seen the lesson that I already posted detailing out the rhythm, be sure to check that out. I'll link it up down below. But once you've got those chords down, you could play them into a looper pedal. And that's what I did, is I recorded just this groove playing A, G, D, and then back to G, just basically going. And then looping that. And then what you can do is you can start playing some lines on top of that progression. So the first place that I would recommend getting started with is once you have, my fretboard guide, you'll be able to reference this shape here. And this is what I call the C shape, for an A chord. See, this looks like a C chord here. And off of that pattern, you have this scale right here. And that's going to be your A major pentatonic. And so you can start out just, in one position, but long term you want to be able to, take that anywhere on the neck. So that would be the scale choice that I would start with. Now what I'll do real quick is just give you an example of kind of improvising some small melodies using only the notes of that scale. So I'm going to put myself in a box a little bit and try and just stick to the notes of the scale. Here's what that would sound like over the progression. So you can hear that those notes are fitting the progression and it's working. And it's a great approach to just start with that one. I think of it as a sound, the major pentatonic, basically. So from there, when I am playing a solo, I may mix some different notes and use some passing tones. I might not necessarily just stick to the straight scale. I think more in terms of lines. So I'll give you a few lines that are going to demonstrate that. The first one, though, is going to use just primarily pentatonic. It sounds like this. So we're starting out by sliding into the 11th fret on the 3rd string. Then we're going to go to the 10th fret on the 2nd string, then back to 11. Then we'll bend the 12th fret on the 2nd string up a whole step. So here's your pattern. We're bending that note up, just actually going to the next note of the scale, the C sharp there. Now it comes in right after beat 2. It's a quick 16th note after beat 2, like this. 1 E and a 2 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a. It's on the E there. Slide in 1 E and a 2. Then we're going to continue the phrase and go up to a higher position. I'm thinking about this triad here, and I'll play. It's a great sound here, sliding into the 14th fret on the 2nd string. Then we're going to roll that finger over and grab the 1st string, then back to the 2nd string. Then, so that's the 12th fret there on the 1st string, and then a pull off from 14 to 12. then 14 on the second string. Then we'll go down. That's just an A major chord there, an arpeggio. What a great little lick. So you can see how that's really outlining the chord, but doing it in a cool way. It doesn't just sound like you're going like and playing an arpeggio or playing a scale straight up and down like. That's not as cool as a line like that. So I'll play it a few times over the groove so you can hear what it sounds like. All right, this next lick uses some more chromatic passing tones and spices it up a little bit. This would be more of like what I was referencing earlier when I was saying I don't often just stick to a scale, I break the rules. And here's what that sounds like. All right, so we're working our way from that higher position, kind of like the A shape here of caged, down to the C shape of caged. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna play the 12th fret on the first string and then walk down. This is a chromatic line here, so we're going 14, 13, 12, every fret. And then we continue going down 12, 11, 10. Then that's 11, 10, 11 on the third string, 10 on the second string, then 2 bends, then a fall down and a pull off to 10. So then I kind of break this lick into 2 parts. So that's the first part. Then the second half starts on beat 2 and goes. That's 11 and then 10 on the second string. Then so 3 bends there on the 12th fret. Come down, 10, 11 on the third string, and 9 on the third string. So the whole riff all together goes. Here it is with the backing. And again, here we go. Now for the third and final lick, we're going to be using more now just back to that major pentatonic. Here's what it sounds like. So this is using a sequence, and it's a great device to use in your solos where you kind of repeat a theme and work your way either higher or lower or around the scale. So here we're playing the 9th fret on the 3rd string, then do a hammer to 11, and then 10 on the 2nd string. Then we're going to repeat that through the scale, 10, 10 up to 12, and then 9 on the 1st string. So then go up to 12 on the 1st string, 14, and slide all the way up to 17, which is your A root note. So it's ending all the way up on that high root. Here it is with the backing. So there's a lot of ideas, of course, that we could explore here, but that's 3 licks I want you to start with and just practice them like finger exercises and then try and start improvising with them and make them a part of your playing. And to help you connect all of this even more, be sure to grab my fretboard guide, which just details out exactly what I'm talking about here when I reference these, sort of caged chords and then the scale patterns that go with them. And I put it all on one page. It's so useful. You can print it out, keep it on your music stand or on your desktop as you're putting this together. Just go to johnmclennan.com/fretboard guide. You can click the first link down below. As my gift to you, hope you enjoyed this video. As always, thanks for watching, thanks for listening, and we'll see you in another video real soon.